Hello there everybody, this is Aesthetic bringing you some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. This time we're finally getting away from the Terran, which has been on my channel so much recently. I apologise for that. If you are a Zerg or a Protoss player, you haven't been getting much love. So this one is going to be from a very good friend of ours, one that all people should know in the community. So down in the bottom left it's a PVZ, down the bottom left we have our red Protoss. It is going to be White Ra. What a hero, everyone loves White Ra. And in the top right hand corner we have our blue Zerg. It is going to be Kaldi. So Kaldi, don't know too much about him. If you watch Husky StarCraft, I know that he has had the odd Kaldi game on there. He seemed pretty good, pretty decent, a very good Zerg player, so this is going to be a very high level Heart of the Swarm cast. So yeah, let's get forward. So let's see if White Ra will be doing his favourite make expansion and defence it. Looks like that's what he's going to be doing with this pylon out here. Very much looking to either Nexus first or Forge Fast expand, but have that Forge up very early either way would be my guess. That would be the very standard Wings of Liberty way of doing it. Kaldi has gone for his pull first, very standard ZVP, making sure that he can get his hatch down nice and early. It doesn't get blocked or just slightly spoiled by this probe by either just harass and or planting a pylon or cannon rushing as well without being able to get any Zerglings out. The drone does come down to try and get his hatchery down. We'll see what White Ra decides to do. He does in fact drop the pylon, which is just going to be a little bit annoying for Kaldi. Looks like he's just going to go and take his third base instead, which I do like that as a play. And White Ra has cancelled it. Kaldi's should be looking to go 3 hatches very early anyway. So once the Zerglings have cleaned out this probe, I would expect to see a hatch come down here as well very soon. White Ra, meanwhile, at home has got his Forge on the way up, his Nexus is coming, so very standard, it's just a very standard game around. White Ra does have the opportunity with forcing this natural to be taken at the third. Essentially, he's got this opportunity to really split Kaldi's forces. If he can get an army sort of in here about Kaldi's natural, that's really a way he can pressure early. We do see the cannon and the gateway coming up from White Ra, and this is all seen by Kaldi's Overlord. Once his cannon comes out, force a little bit of a move away, and it will it just safens up this whole expansion business. It's definitely a way for White Ra to defence it. The double gas is coming, and we do see that third hatch very quickly from Kaldi. Very super standard play all round really. Apart from that pylon, but that's not that odd to see either. So in this matchup we have seen a lot, especially in Wings of Liberty, a lot of 2 base pushes from Protoss, a lot of trying to punish this early third from Zerg. So I'll be very interested to see if we do that. This Forge is at the front of White Ra's base, so Kaldi will be able to spot if it's researching, if it's upgrading. Sometimes more recently we've seen Forges behind the mineral lines and just generally in a more unscoutable position, shall we say. So I'm very interested to see what White Ra does with that. So yeah, 2 Zerglings taking the Watchtower. All very standard. We do see that ground weapons coming up from White Ra, still only on the 2 gas, so not looking to tech particularly heavily just yet. It'll be interesting to see what exactly does happen. By the way, Heart of the Swarm has just had some maintenance done on it, so sorry if it's a bit laggy, if my computer doesn't handle what they've changed very well. I apologise in advance. And we do see double gas taken from Kaldi. It looks like he wants to get some early tech up. I suppose it's not that early, about 6 minutes is when we usually see the double gas from Zerg. Both in his main, which I kind of like, it makes it a little bit more difficult to scout, although throwing them down at the natural and third can be very confusing, make you look like you have more gases than you actually do. So that can sometimes throw off our Protoss play. It does look like White Ra isn't going to be going for that that 2-gate pressure, that 2-gate push we see so often, especially when he is in fact getting his third up. And with his mothership core just popped out somewhere on the map, here it is, he can look to do some pressure to take out some Zerglings. The Zealot is doing a good job. He has taken out a drone, and we do see some Lings coming to try and mop that up with the Queen. But the mothership core, I'm not sure, with a damage Queen it can actually win this fight, which is going to be good for White Ra. He knows what his mothership core is capable of. And yeah, so the Roach Warren is on its way up, and we do see a layer tech coming from Kaldi, so he's looking to get running up that tech tree. Yeah, very, very standard play. We do see the Warp Gate coming, no real chrono boosts in there. White Ra's quite happy for that to just plod its way along, finish quite gently, and there's 7 roaches from Kaldi. And the Robo facility coming up from White Ra somewhere, which I cannot actually spot. Here we go, down here. Oh, right near the wall in, and part of the wall in actually, which I do like. That's pretty good. He's going to try and snipe off this Overlord, which he does manage to do quite happily. Mothership Core, very useful for vision for Protoss. They have been using that a lot recently in Heartstorm, especially against Terran, for some 4-gate Blink Stalker all-ins, which can be pretty dangerous with this vision. No need to get a Robo or a Observer out, and this Mothership Core is just going to pick out this army that Kaldi's sending out. There's quite a few roaches there, which White Ra is seeing early, and he's really going to have to pull out a decent defence. He has got cannons about, but nothing too substantial. We do see some ventral sacks coming for Kaldi, so Overlord drops coming, Metallic boost, Roach speed as well. He's going really wants his manoeuvrability from the looks of this. And this Mothership Core still being annoying, still just doing a little bit of damage and trying to poke and see where's weak for White Ra to really get in an attack. And we do see the Twilight Council coming up. So he's not really quite there with the upgrades yet. I would not be surprised to see Zealot charge, or to see Blink for his Stalkers, and with a lot of gates coming on at the minute. He's at 4 gates. He's got another 3 coming, so I'll pump up to 7, which is a decent number for 3 base. So I'd like to see what he can do there. And with no real army that can shoot up from Kaldi apart from his Queens, but they're obviously going to be back at home injecting amongst other things. Yeah, this Mothership Core could be pretty annoying, could just force some movement. And we do see this hallucinated Phoenix from White Ra. Something we've been seeing a lot more in Heartstorm is hallucinations, obviously because I believe they've don't need researching anymore. So yeah, the hallucination scout does make it a lot more viable not to go Observer really early, although we do see a Robo facility, so White Ra could do that. These roaches pushing forward to try and knock down some rocks and just get in and have a look at this natural. Zerg does have a similar army size to Protoss right now, but I can't imagine with all these Immortals out for White Ra the roaches doing too much. Immortals are very, very good against roaches. Stalkers less so, and here we see these ventral sacks that we saw upgrading earlier, looking like he's going to roach drop into the main, and I don't think White Ra knows anything about it. His force is just sitting at the front. It could be very nice for Kaldi if he can get in and do some damage. White Ra does react quickly, bringing back those Stalkers, but not going to be quick enough to kill off these Overlords, and these roaches can do a lot of damage. Kaldi decides to get out there with the Overlords. He doesn't want to get supply blocked, and let's see, these roaches are going to not focus down the sentries. There's some great force fields from White Ra, just sectioning off part of it, but this Nexus will go down. That's a big loss for White Ra, and these roaches, yeah, they're kind of trapped. These Overlords coming back, but I can't see them getting back in. Lovely Blink Micro from White Ra, and these Immortals just do far too much damage, but Kaldi is also pushing at the natural, pushing into the third, and we do see Photon Overcharge, which is going to help keep that third safe for White Ra. But we do see another squad of 16 more roaches coming in from Kaldi, so he's not going to let this go. He's not going to let this go just yet. He is on 63 workers, which is a little bit less than we normally see Zerg maxing out on. They normally want to be up at 80, and these roaches, oh no, on move command are going to get taken down so fast. They do absolutely 0 damage. They finally stop and try and take some sentries, but just not going to happen. That was a big win for White Ra. Very much so. Those immortals, those stalkers, doing a lot of damage. But this drop has come back into the main. These roaches are going to do some more damage, but the army out on the field for Kaldi is not very big at all. This Protoss army could just steamroll straight over it. It's going for the third, which I like. And Kaldi can't really do anything about it. He's deciding that he wants to go for a base trade. He is sending his other roaches. Oh, he decides to turn back. This macro hatch will go down, as will the third, I believe. These immortals and these sentries just to these immortals actually not getting in on the action, but these roaches pop out, but they are all going to die. Yeah, these immortals dealing a lot of damage from the back, and these two hatches are going to go down. These roaches in the main, they're still doing damage. They've taken out all the pylons, so no gateway reinforcement, or not as much gateway reinforcement for White Ra. So very useful strategic use of the roaches there, and these roaches are going to push in and try and take out this cannon and do more damage. White Ra has taken down this third. Kaldi's still not looking to trade army in any way. He knows he can't, and he is just pulling quite a lot of drones to push to this third. He is pushing in with roaches, but these stalkers on the high ground can do so much damage. No vision for Zerg. He has to push up the ramp, get really close to these stalkers, and we do see at the third not much happening whatsoever. These roaches are going to go down with the photon overcharge, and White Ra is pushing into this natural, taking down the natural. No drones mining. There's only the main left, and Kaldi is producing a lot of spine crawlers, but GG's out the game. He cannot hold that Protoss army. Just too big. He lost too much with this just move commanded roaches here, and his drops weren't doing quite enough damage. So hopefully we'll be seeing some more special tactics from White Ra on my channel coming up. I have a few more of his replays, so you Protoss players, don't feel left out. There is more great action coming from White Ra. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or like if you want to. You can always comment and have a chat with me. Thank you for watching. Do come back for some more White Ra in the future.